Ninjago show like picked up, and so the show portion was handled by Ninjago and held like a longer audience, and then like the Elemental, and like again, if you look at Ninjago still, like they still make the little like spin top toys that have a bunch of specialized parts in them.
The Spinjitzu?
Yeah, they still release those little like sets.
On the right side, Lego is completely renewable 3 years ahead of schedule.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
I did see something really good. It was like an hour and a half mock city build that was Ninjago Cyberpunk themed. There's a lot of really cool ideas the guy did.
That's neat.
A lot of the new city sets will probably make it onto my top 10 list this year. Because they have a trash can and like 2 other sets that
they have a trash can.
Or they have a garbage
truck. That, like,
man. It's the best garbage truck they've probably ever done.
It does look one of those
things. I'm not downing your love of the garbage truck. It's just more of like that's kind of funny that's so.
It's more like sorry.
No,
I don't know what it is
in this
year,
video, I'm going to be building
Lego
a massive Lego Ninjago and Cyberpunk inspired Lego City.
Has gone from being like the generic, like, oh yeah, that's the one they do just for the kids to keep it evergreen and cool and fun, to like, oh, there's some actually really interesting engineering going on here in just the last year.
They've been squeezing stuff into there pretty frequently. Like, there's normally 2 sides of it, to where like there's like more difficult sets, more but it's like that Street Sweeper set that I like gushed about forever ago.
Oh yeah.
Like the new garbage truck is the exact same kind of ideology, but like in a $30 or $40 box as opposed to like a $10 box. Also the baby sets are really interesting because they have a lot of cool parts. But like they did a crane hook that was like a redo of a crane hook they did back in like the early 90s in the same colors, and I bought that. And it was really cool. It was like a very in-depth build. What they've done this year, though, is a lot of the build. Like, there's a tractor that it doesn't really come with anything, but it's just like, if you could think of a tractor, they fucking did it. Like, they did it.
Oh yeah, that tractor looks really solid.
As refined as possible. And I don't know, like they all have like moving bits, so you could see like engine detail again. And they've done that a few times, but like they really are honing in on them this time. Like I think every single car thing that they've done so far for the first part of the year has engine detail under their hood. Right, give me a second, let me focus attention to something special I don't have.
You okay? You okay, Bungus?
Body is sore.
Alright.
Everyone's body is sore, I feel.
It could be worse.
I mean, it could be worse anything. I don't know.
Anything and everything can always be worse, so we all must remember how good right now is.
True.
Bogey boys.
One must always have the perspective of where they are standing in the world, so that they know where they can take a step forward, and you can see where they have stepped from.
What if they're blind?
Motherfucker, stepping does not take sight.
I mean,
blind people can still walk.
That's not possible. I don't know, man.
Literally saw a blind dude like navigate some construction downtown the other day, and it was kind of badass.
I literally saw a blind dude once in New York who fought like 5 dudes.
Did he run into some acid and like?
Okay.
Really,
yeah, there was like a kid with like some turtles. They got lost in the kerfuffle.
Oh my god! It always comes back to.
Man, I've played so much Warframe today.
Are you gonna keep playing Warframe today?
Warframe maxing?
Right now, still. I literally am. I've unlocked something that I can't really put it into words properly, but like, there's these thing called Archon shards, and I just unlocked the ability to like use them, and it's essentially just like putting multipliers on everything I could do. So like while I'm already in-game level, I'm now going to be like stupid easily in-game level. I've leveled up my warframing.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You level up your war framing the narrative.
Like true warframe gamers.
Fellas, it's been a week. A very
Since
rough
you talked
week.
to me, cross your arms and say,
well,
I'm angry.
I've talked to you in chat.
God, you fucking Winter Soldiered him!
Chiggity China.
The Chinese chicken, have a
Chinese
drumstick
chicken.
and your brain starts sticking. Watching the X-Files with lights on, with Donald Mays on. I hope the Smoking Man's in this one.
Why? What? I don't. You know what? I was gonna
Buster,
question the lyrics, but I don't.
We've gone so long about that, Buster.
I didn't mean to, man.
That's exactly the problem. You need to watch your words.
I didn't.
Welcome, everybody, to Modular Components. It's a podcast where people give each other shit. I'm one of your hosts, Simeon Scott, and I'm joined, as always, by Buster.
I am playing Balacha right now.
Boingo.
I'm not playing anything.
And Cody.
I'm playing Warframe.
Hell yeah, brother. Fellas, half the fucking country froze this week.
And
Like literally or figuratively?
it's finally the half that we all care about.
Yeah. Oh boy. I had an ice storm last Sunday that I couldn't talk about because we were doing AF that week. And that was fun. I had to fucking dig out disabled entrances, and it took almost an entire afternoon at work. And then yesterday we had the most snow that this area has had since I moved here in 2017. I think it was 5 inches total, which is fucking baby shit if we're being honest. But still, it was a lot for us. And I don't know, it was a little crazy. It's a little fucking cold. The fucking power company is asking me to not have the thermostat up so high because that's how that works apparently. And I took a lot of toy photos that I'll probably be posting in a few weeks.
Oh, yeah.
How about y'all? Y'all get snowed on?
I have literally been in. I mean, I am scared of the snow, so I've literally been inside for most of the week.
You're scared.
I'm a little too far south to get snow. It literally got frozy. It's below freezing, but it's just not the right conditions in general to have
the
snow.
moisture ain't in the air.
We had flurries up here. It's just been horribly cold.
Did you have McFlurries?
It did snow last year up here. No, I didn't have any McFlurries.
Oh, Cody, there were fucking brush fires in Interlaken.
Yeah, I know. I got really stressed out about it for a little while, and I couldn't get a hold of Jake because he lives right across the way from that. He was about less than a mile away from those fires. Only one person lost their house, unfortunately, but fortunately, I guess.
For water half full.
Yeah, glass half, whatever they say.
I mean, they rarely evacuate for shit like that, and they evacuated a couple of blocks. But it's again that is what happened because of that winter storm, because it was so cold, so dry. And the wind was so powerful, it kept picking up embers and moving them throughout the entire area of Interlaken. And from for 2 days straight, the 3 different county fire departments were working together, putting out brush fires all over the area. I think it was stretching from Hollister to parts of Palatka as well. So yeah, weather.
The weather sucks.
We really are becoming old men. We're just talking about the weather.
the weather. Just
we had
like
to put
that.
Bruce in a little sweater and a little puffer vest.
Well, what do you do when everything's butt cold? What do you do, Boingo?
I've just been fucking at my desk working on shit.
The correct response was watching TV.
No.
I don't know.
You don't be watching TV?
No,
Like
I'm
video
just
Nobody
meaning in
watches
general.
TV anymore, Buster. What are you fucking talking about?
Oh my god! Okay, you're being too technical with it. It's not like I was trying to segue into Wonder Man, or I guess the
Oh
streaming
god.
show or
What's the
whatever. I
what's
don't
the
know.
what's the fucking speed run this podcast all the time? I swear to
No,
God.
not speedrun. I
As
just think
soon
it
as
would
you
be a
get in
funny
here, you want to be
segue. I just
out.
think it would be a funny segue. Just like, hey, what do you do when you're inside? You watch TV.
Hey, what killed the weather discussion? The fucking TV age. Rah.
I don't know, man.
Are you really? Are
I
you
didn't. I
really
didn't
bring?
even
Are
try
you
to
really
speedrun. I'm just
bringing
really
in Super
excited.
Mario Bros. Movie into here?
I
Oh,
was
yeah.
bringing in Arnold in Batman and Robin. Thank you very much.
Oh yeah,
Right,
what
that
killed the
was
The
it.
Ice
dinosaurs? The
Age.
Ice Age. Yeah. Anyway, like I don't know. I'm just really excited to talk about this show, which I
All
thought
right, let's
didn't
talk
expect.
about Wonder Man.
Yeah, how we feeling, boys?
Good show.
I
I
Good
haven't
think
show.
it
watched it
might be
yet.
the best Marvel television production because it's a fucking complete in and out story that doesn't feel like it relies on too much else, and it has a very good emotional core to it and a neat little journey. And they're just like superpowers are a defining element of it, but it's not a superhero show. There's no like we gotta beat this villain or we gotta do this thing and I gotta become this hero kind of story. It's just naturally over the course of going through this situation they're in, these characters rise to the occasion and become the best versions of themselves.
Yeah, it's just a
Better version
wholesome
of
little
themselves
charm.
because I think there is something to be said about the foibles they each fall into and how it
Mhm.
Yeah.
like fundamentally they aren't. To put it into a perspective of what I'm talking about, in the universe that they live in, you have Steve Rogers, who is a good man. You have Spider-Man, like you have people who take their powers and abilities to go like, I'm gonna help my fellow man, and Simon here is going like, yo, I have him under control. I'm gonna live my life, and I'm gonna use my powers to lean on the weapons of fate to save my friend.
Yeah.
Like it's altruistic insofar as it's to one guy, but he's not out there going to go fight Thanos. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's also like the very end of the show. Throughout most of the show, Simon is just kind of like, I just want to live my life. I just want to be fucking Hollywood actor, man. Like he's trying to suppress his powers, almost like ignore them, and by doing that, he's making things worse for himself. And like working with Trevor lets him realize, like, no, there are better ways to do what I've been doing that's a lot less requires a
Destructive.
lot less of me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
also
it's just a good character study.
it's good. It's character. Genuinely one of the best single episodes of Marvel television ever.
The Doorman
Oh
one?
my
Or...
god,
Doorman episode?
the best, maybe the best world building they've ever done in this, by just like we're not gonna it's very not traditional world building as like we've come to think of it in nerd media, of like we're gonna go out into space and we're gonna explore the cosmology and we're gonna show you what this and this does. It's just like, no, I mean, like, if this stuff existed naturally because people are people, it would get out of hand, and then there would be backlash to that, and there would be legal ramifications for it.
I can't believe
Yeah.
Josh Gad is dead in the Marvel universe.
Yeah, they're still trying to find him. You never know. He might show back up for Tuesday.
I genuinely hope he doesn't. Let that stick. If we can't
Yeah.
have the little
Is that
girl
a-
be dead in Thunderbolts, let Josh Gad be dead.
Is that a joke? Because Josh Gad went missing.
Wait, legit?
Yeah.
That's not real. You're fucking with me.
No. Somebody look it up real quick. I was reading the article about it today. It's on a.
I
it was
think
on
are
Saturday
you reading an
Notes.
article about Wonder Man? Or...
I think you're confusing fiction with reality, brother.
Maybe, I don't know. I saw.
Or maybe it's just a really good piece of like viral marketing.
Probably
What's the name of the show? The
Wonder
fake
Man.
show? The fake show in Wonder Man.
Oh, it was a movie
Doorman.
called Cash Grab.
That was it. Yeah, then it was a fake thing. I was.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Okay, yeah, I just found it by Googling. You fucking asshole.
I can't even blame Cody because it's like that just seems like a genuine news story.
God damn it. No, it was. I'd never even fucking heard of Doorman before the show. And
You knew of Doorman before the show.
Did I?
He's a Great Lake
What was he
Avenger.
in? I don't know shit about the fucking Great Lakes Avengers.
I'm not saying you knew him
nerd.
intimately. I just say you knew of the Great Lakes Avengers.
Oh, he knew him intimately.
I did not
That's
say
like
you
saying
knew
I
Doorman
know every
biblically.
member of the Rat Pack intimately.
You know of Doorman biblically.
Okay, actually, can you explain how the adaptation process for this Boeing go? Because I'm very curious, to hear about the changes or how they streamlined it.
Okay, which parts? Doorman specifically, or the whole show?
We can do the whole show, but start with Doorman.
Well, in the comics, Doorman's a mutant.
Okay, yeah, I've been seeing people speculate about are these characters mutants, or it's I don't know.
They kind of gave him Cloak and Dagger's origin, strangely enough.
Oh, weird.
Just running into random rocks on bullshit in an alleyway. But yeah, no, that's
Cloak
basically.
and Dagger got it from the Power Broker.
No, in their original origin, I think it was it was weird tampered heroin.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Because they were meant to be the teen runaway heroes.
Yeah, runaways. Yeah.
Yeah, and every teen that runs away does heroin.
No, but
I know I did when I was a teen who ran away.
Damn. No, Doorman's powers were pretty accurate. It kind of fits the vibe because that's the big joke of the Great Lakes Avengers is they're kind of shitty superheroes and they're just trying to make a name for themselves. So it's doing that in the Hollywood story totally makes sense.
Yeah.
Same reason why Mr. Immortal showing up in She-Hulk made sense.
I have not watched She-Hulk yet, so I'll take your word for it.
Who is another Great Lake Avenger.
At this point, you kind of don't need to watch She-Hulk. I think that's dead in the water.
I know. Show.
I still would like to watch it. I would still like to watch it. I'm still interested in it.
If the only reason to watch a Marvel property is because it connects to other things, and
all right, you're right. You're fine.
We don't want to become the toxic Marvel fans.
But also remember.
Also, here's Josh Gad, Moments Before Death.
Yeah. The mask he wore for the movie, the film scenes, is the mask he normally does as part of his superhero costume. Let me see if I can get a good picture of Doorman.
I've got it up right now.
Yeah, that classic comic Doorman.
That's a really good suit. That's a really good art.
Yep. But the powers are pretty one-to-one. He's basically a teleporter, but super low range, and basically he turns into a door that you can teleport through.
That's how they recontextualize.
Here's the thing, because I didn't know of Doorman as a name, Boingo. I spent half the episode going did they want to make an episode about the Spot, but they couldn't use the Spot because he's in Spider-Verse? And then by the time we got to him being more of a celebrity, I'm no, this is definitely a character they're doing something with.
Mm-hmm. In terms of the whole thing, this is a very different Simon, but the thing is, comic book Simon is a character you can't really adapt.
Yeah, it seems like he's very from what I understand,
he's intrinsically tied into regular Avengers bullshit, isn't he?
That's what I'm saying.
He's intrinsically tied to Avengers bullshit, and Vision bullshit, and Wanda bullshit.
See, that's the thing I know about Wonder Man going into this show is I know his brother is a supervillain and his brother has something to do with the Vision and whatnot. Yep. And because Tom King. But his brother is in this show, but his brother doesn't do anything remotely supervillainy. So by halfway through the show I had to be Oh, they're just not doing that. Okay, that's fine.
Well,
I
here's the
actually
thing.
like that better. It's more fun.
To give a brief overview of Simon as a character in the Marvel Comics, he was the son of a businessman who was the heir to the company. He fucking sucked at it. His brother went and made his own company, but was doing dirty business on the side. And so was like, you know what? Maybe I can do what my brother does. I'll team up with some villains and do some crime. He got caught. And basically, to try and rebuild shit, he went to Baron Zemo, the first Baron Zemo, not the second one.
Heinrich
Zemo. And Heinrich was like, yo, I got a perfect idea. We're going to infiltrate the Avengers and then fucking destroy them. And you're going to be our double agent. And Simon was like, all right, I'm down. So he gave him powers, and the tragic fate of it is like the powers would only last a week because it would kill him. So all throughout, the Avengers treat him kindly, and he's like, fuck, I actually like these guys. I don't want... Fuck it, I'm turning. And then he dies, and the Avengers like, such a shame that he realized the errors of his ways on his deathbed. We will always keep this as a memory to understand the power of right and wrong and yada yada, that kind of bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
His brother just thought the Avengers killed him and became the Grim Reaper.
Oh.
So every once in a while, he would just come in and go like, "You killed my brother," and it's like, "No, he didn't. Fuck you." Oh.
Literally, that's a really funny voice.
That was his character for a bit.
That's a really funny voice for that character.
His costume is also just friggin' ridiculous.
Yeah, that's Grim Reaper.
I've seen him around. Yeah.
They tried to make him a little more spooky scary for EMH, but he's still got the stink, I think.
Yeah. I think just doing the hood and making the scythe arm really cool and intimidating fits. It makes sense. It's good.
Yeah.
But basically,
I think the art style also just helps.
Basically, sometime in the 70s, Simon came back because it was like, he's an energy being. He never really died. Zemo's an idiot kind of thing. So he came back and he was just an Avenger for a bit, but he never felt like he quite fit in because he's like, I mean, I don't want to be evil, but am I really that good of a guy? What am I doing here? And then eventually it was like, you know what? I like acting. You know, I like that. So he went and tried it. Didn't go anywhere until he was like, you know what? Fuck it.
It was just kind of born out of we don't know what to do with this character, right?
Kind of, but also thematically, it's like Simon never knew who he truly was, and he acted as an Avenger. He acted like a bad guy, and now he's going well, I don't know who I truly am, but I'm good at fucking faking it.
Yeah. I will say, though, his actor look is probably my favorite look for him in the comics.
Oh, yeah. Good bird.
That's a nice bird, Cody.
But basically, he was a stuntman for a bit because he couldn't be hurt. He was indestructible, and that saved a lot of money. And then he just became an actor. And once he became a full-on actor, he was in the West Coast Avengers, and he just kind of is around. He's just, hi, I'm an actor, and every once in a while, the Avengers call me up to help them out.
Pretty cool. I hope we see. I hope we see this. Not to spoil where the show ends, but I hope we see him again in something. I don't think it will. We'll see him again, sadly, because of the whole pivot Boingo keeps mentioning every time we talk about MCU changing plans. So, but I do hope they find some way to put him in. That would be I'd pop off if I'd see him in Secret Wars or whatever. I don't know.
Same, but I would like it to be remember when Spider-Man was introduced in Civil War and Iron Man's like, oh, I'm going to call in a favor or whatever?
Yeah.
I would want it to be something like that, and then he's in one movie for 3 scenes, and that's it.
That's what I was thinking too. I don't need him to be a main character, just a little bit part works.
Because this is such a good open and shut story that I'm I don't even need a second season of this. I just like that I got to see this example of what life in the MCU is like.
Yeah.
I would like to see more, mainly because I desperately want one of my favorite friendships in comics, which is Wonder Man and Beast.
Oh,
That's fair, but like, man, I don't know if I need that now because the friendship between Trevor and Simon is so good.
yeah. Like
But just
it just like a like.
imagine
What
though,
is your opinion?
Beast shows up and Trevor starts getting jealous.
That would be okay, but like, Simeon, what was your thoughts on Iron Man 3? I forgot.
I have been an Iron Man free defender since day one. That's one of
Yeah,
the best
same.
MCU movies, in my opinion.
I like that one. I like that one.
The
Yeah.
Mandarin twist is genuinely brilliant, and like Aldrich Killian literally says in the third act that he is the Mandarin of the MCU, which makes sense because the character of Aldrich Killian never even fucking appeared in a Marvel comic. He was mentioned, and then there was a panel of his hand pulling a gun out of a desk so he could kill himself because of what he had done before the story started.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, like, who fucking cares?
Also,
Oh, yeah, that's
here's
right.
the thing:
Fake nerd.
Shang-Chi even fucking put a whole lampshade on it of saying the Mandarin is a stupid name for a bad guy based in Orientalism. Why the
Yeah,
fuck
that
do we
too.
even? Why the fuck should we even care about it? Let's take the elements that worked for the character and put them in the places that make sense, like Shang-Chi's dad, like Killian, and like Trevor.
And here's the thing, because I know what this is rooted in, and I've talked about this a few times on the podcast before. Of it's that core comic nerd thing of I need my love of the comics to be validated by seeing them on screen. Here's the thing. Just because you're never going to get comic book Mandarin on screen doesn't inherently invalidate your like of comic book Mandarin. There's still some great Mandarin stories out there, and those still exist, and you can still read them and you can still share them with people. But guess what? The MCU is not always going to be a one-to-one. No adaptation ever really should be. Like,
Here's the thing.
that's just how it works.
Because now we have these lines to kind of give a comparison. You should watch the MCU the same way you read the absolute line in DC.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
Ultimate line in Marvel.
Yeah, but it's not going to be the same thing. It's going to take the elements and pieces that you like and try something new with it. It's telling its own story.
An adaptation is not a translation.
That's how I always looked at it. It
Yeah,
was
but
its
some
own
people
version.
didn't.
Yeah, but just like as like
I know.
online
What
discussion
I'm-
gets bigger.
That's true. Sorry, Cody. We just got shadow demons to fight. Sorry.
Yeah, we got shit. Yeah, we have inner demons.
We are currently fighting goblins in our mind.
Yeah, I know what you. God
My
damn
friend
it.
Jake, he's one of those people who's just like that. It's like, oh, it's not exact, and we always beef about it. I just don't even bring it up around him. It's annoying now. I hate
I
losing
know.
anybody who I can't be like, oh, I like this thing, and they're like, oh, it's actually trash. I hate that thing. It's just,
People-
I don't know.
what's the point?
Adaptation shit is weird, but like, hey, at least Wonder Man. We all
I
like
like
Wonder
Trevor
Man.
and Iron Man free just because he wasn't actually the Mandarin, but like it's fucking hilarious to rug pull like that. Like you are the butt of the joke. I'm sorry, that's gonna happen sometimes. And the joke is genuinely funny to see Ben Kingsley, this Oscar-winning actor, acting like a buffoon. And then they carried on in it in a really fun way in Shang-Chi. And now we have that character being treated like a real fucking character in this show. Like his arc in this is genuinely like it's simple, it's been done before, but it's done well here again, and I really enjoyed it. Like this is maybe a little much for this show, but I'll just fucking say it. I saw a little bit of my relationship with friend of the show Jacob Brody in Simon and Trevor's relationship.
Aww. Yeah. That's wholesome. Yeah. I think are people being loud again? Give me a second.
I heard like a little something, but you're fine.
It seems like probably not as much as I'd, but it seems like y'all are enjoying that show greatly, and we're definitely interested. I was always interested in checking it out. I'd try to get around to watching all the Marvel content, but I've been just completely encapsulated by the Fallout show.
That's fair.
Yeah,
That's fair.
I've heard good things about the Fallout show this season.
Man,
so
I
like,
wish.
they put Macaulay Culkin in there.
Yeah, I wish I were fans so we could discuss it on the way that like I need. But like Jesus Christ, they've been because I can't even.
I think
Like
I
they're
own
doing shit that
up to Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah, I'd like to
me and my
play New Vegas at some point.
I think I own
well,
1,
it
2
ain't even
Tactics,
about New Vegas. I mean,
3 in
well,
Vegas.
I guess to gush a little bit, like they do something that I've rarely seen. Not that there's a whole lot of like video game show stuff, but like anytime you see a show or like a movie that's based off of a game, rarely ever do you get moments like what they did in the most recent episode.
Ooh,
They essentially like I don't want to go to too many spoilers for y'all. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. I mean, what do y'all think? It's about a
just spoil
location,
it.
I
Just
guess.
go nuts.
They
I
take you
basically know
to
how Fallout works.
you go to the in the newest episode. They step foot in the well, I guess let me explain this first. Canonically and chronologically, the show takes place after New Vegas, Fallout 3, and Fallout, and technically 76, but 76 is like
So it's in the
chronologically
universe of the
first.
games. It's not an adaptation.
Yeah, no, it's always been in the.
It's
Okay,
like
I didn't know.
like you need to treat its story as if it's a new Fallout game.
Like Fallout 5 or whatever.
But see, the difference is, dude, whoever they got fucking cooking for like the scripts, the writing, the fucking like.
I mean, I've
art
heard most of
design.
the like big creative people on the show are genuine fans of the games.
Oh, dude, the people who are like the guy who created the Death Claws praised their adaptation of the Death Claws because they're still correct. But the thing is, what this show really is, like what this show is kind of like functioning as right now, is essentially like the binder of the entire Fallout lore. Because they are touching things that go from the first game all the way up to like New Vegas. But and most recently, they went into the spot that you finish New Vegas in. They walked into the area that you finish the game in. Like it's essentially like the last part in the game. So like as they're walking up, I got to experience something I've never felt before. Where like they're having this crazy song, they're leading up to it, but like I'm on the edge of my seat for a whole different reason because I'm like, hey, they can't walk into this room on camera without canonizing an ending for the game really. They really can't like open, and it's like to the point to where like these doors that like the ghoul is walking up to can't open, and like whatever's gonna be there is gonna kind of make a decision. Like it could be a little spread out, and we still don't fully know, but like it was just some of the most intense like media I've ever experienced, just because like it blends so fucking well, and like there's so many times where like somebody's making a decision or like they, especially in like the most recent episode, there's an interaction with a guy who Thaddeus, who like everyone thought he got turned into a ghoul, and currently the way the show is going, he is actually not turning into a ghoul. He just thinks he is. But the ghoul seems to know what really is going on with him. There's a good chance that he's going to be something similar to the Master.
That's the weird
Chris
thing in
might
Fallout
know.
2, right?
Yes.
Oh
Yes.
shit,
It's
that's
one of the
fucking
FEV
weird.
mutants.
The fucking okay. I need to get a picture of that thing to show the guys. That's a fucking.
It's a and like they brought a character from New Vegas in here, and it's a Fisto, who is a robot who fists people, and that is exactly as crazy
That sounds
as it
like a
sounds.
Futurama joke.
Yeah.
It really is. It really is. It's like a joke character, but like it's also one of the old Protectron designs,
Oh.
and there's like new Fallout 4 Protectron designs in there. And this guy shows up as the original game accurate design.
This is the master Cody was talking about.
Oh,
What
this
the
guy. I've seen him
fucking
around.
hell?
I've seen him around.
Yeah,
That's a horror beyond my comprehension there, bud.
it is. the show is filled with so many good like needle drops and like just the way that characters interact. Like there was a moment between the Ghoul and this Thaddeus character, or Ghoul and Maximus rather, where like he asks him about something and he's like, I'm trying to do something and I'm trying to bring this and put it into the hands of good people so they can make the right decision, because he thinks that he is not good enough to do that. And the Ghoul smiles and nods, and while I was watching that happen, like I just immediately thought, like I could visualize the little like notification bubble saying like this person liked that, which was like a feature throughout the games where like as
Yeah,
you're
like
doing
the
stuff,
dislike meme. Everyone disliked that. Everyone liked that.
yeah, like everyone disliked this exactly like that, and like they are managing to like capture parts of these games and like the feeling of the worlds, like even down to like when they're walking around the New Vegas area and how small in comparison to like, because you know the New Vegas map's very small, but like in comparison to like actual like Las Vegas, it would probably be like much more spread out. They catch the fucking mountain ranges and like where other things are in relation to locations. Like they get it correct. They haven't even gone to the area, but they've like teased one of the people, like the like Big Mountain Co, MT Big Mountain Co, and they're like one of the big like 6 or 7 corporations, but they had a theme park in New Vegas that was like broken down.
Sorry, Cody. You said a word. Don't worry about it.
Buster just says brain
but
rot.
Yeah.
but you see it in the background. There's just a lot of really good storytelling. You all probably would enjoy it just because of
Yeah,
like the
I've
character of the
watched like a
Ghoul.
good chunk of the first season. I need to finish it at some point. I did enjoy my time, so.
The second season just outdoes the first, and it's a rare thing to see.
Yeah, especially
Any
in
kind of
streaming
media,
shows. Like if even like I feel like like nowadays TV is like, oh, season 1 has to be the peak, and then worry about season 2 later. And then when they worry about season 2, it just kind of like, just goes down.
there's
So
also a lot of like round journey payoffs. Um, it doesn't spoil anything, but Clancy Brown was in the episode
yay,
with an
great
My
actor.
character.
boy!
Clancy Brown was also a voice
Yeah, I
in.
saw the interviews where it's like he was talking about his experience doing some game stuff, and he's like, "Well, it was just a paycheck to me, but I'm grateful to do it," or stuff. Which is like that's a Clancy Brown ass thing to say. So
And a lot of the people who voice stuff in like the first couple of Fallouts are like that. But the thing that they don't realize, especially with how like those games were built, is like they came into a studio, recorded a handful of lines, and left. But the way
yeah,
people have reacted or interacted with like their characters have become like personal fans. Like he wasn't a major character in it, but like he still had a very funny, very
he was a
very
memorable
memorable.
part of the game.
Yeah, Ron Perlman had a much more prominent role in the games, where like he wasn't necessarily a character you see throughout, but he is who sets the stage for the feeling of the world when you first play the game. You start up Fallout 3, Fallout 1, Fallout 2, you hear his voice as the intro starts, and it sets the tone of the entire franchise essentially. And he got a moment, and I think is going to be a lot more than a moment. Just overall, it's just like my partner's watching it with me. They've never seen anything to do with Fallout, and they're obsessed just because of
That's
how
great to hear
good
because
the
like
show
I've
is.
haven't really like I've only played the first hour of Fallout 4 like years ago. Didn't really pick it back up. And like I still enjoyed the episodes of the show I watched, so it's good to hear that's a universal experience.
And see, the thing is, the first season of the show had a lot more vibes of Fallout 4, and then the second season, like in the first season, like pulled from like Fallout 1 a lot, and then primarily Fallout 4 designs
Yeah.
with like hints of other stuff. The second season is pulling so hard from Fallout New Vegas and 3.
Yeah, because like didn't they like I saw the advertisements at like game shows where it's like, oh yeah, they're doing like New Vegas stuff this season. So,
Oh yeah, they sure are.
Yeah.
House is
But,
probably one of the best characters I've seen in.
Yeah.
I also saw Iron Lung this week.
Oh, Iron Lung. Okay, I've heard good things. How did you feel?
So, for one, I will say that I didn't know it was 2 hours long. Leaving the film, I didn't know it was 2 hours long.
Oh, did it breeze by you?
For me, I was just engaged the whole time. I was really
Yeah.
into it. It had a very strong, like, I don't know, like, me and Maddie have been talking back and forth about it, and Maddie thinks it has a bit of, like, some pacing issues, but overall was, like, a fantastic film. Especially for somebody's, like, directorial debut.
I mean, Markiplier's done like TV like stuff on YouTube before, where it's like these little like interactive little videos. So it's not like he's had experience with motion pictures. It's just this is like
He
he
definitely
built
has.
himself up with like these shorts and television productions, and now he's like, all right, let's go take Hollywood. And
I personally really felt like I was seeing a movie theater experience. It was a different experience too. I've not really seen something like that on the big screen. Because
yeah,
they really make you feel confined the whole time, and you're really in like kind of the same spot the entire time.
that's interesting.
Being a
Like I've seen
fan
like
of
films
like,
like that, but not on like this big of a scale. And like I mean, I assumed it
yeah,
would be like a pretty claustrophobic movie because of like it's called Iron Lung. Like that's a pretty claustrophobic thing. So.
and that's a really good, like, that is definitely a constant feel throughout the movie. I'm wondering how it's gonna like how other people will react to it. That like I'm wondering how you'll think about it, Buster, and if Chris you see it, and Simeon, because like I don't know, like I'm not really sure how y'all interact with indie horror games, but like
no.
Yeah, Simeon.
right.
I mean, this one isn't like mascot horror. This is just more straight horror. So, like, I'm willing
Yeah,
to give it a
Well, yeah,
chance.
but
it's a
it's
David
just like
Zemansky game. Like there's a little bit of class in that.
Yeah, and I'm interested to check it out when it heads to streaming. It's just too cold for and like busy right now to go see it in theaters. But like, I'm glad it is doing well with its audience. Like that people are enjoying it, and then like even like people who just never played the game are enjoying it. So.
I never played it. I also never watched Markiplier's playthrough of it.
Ooh.
But man, let me tell you one thing: the creature designs, what little you get to see of them, like I love me a good creature film. I love me a good creature
Yeah,
feature
creature
featuring the
feature.
creature. Um, but like, man, do they really hit it home with, and
Yeah.
just like the overall like thread that comes along with it. I also went into this not knowing that Markiplier was like the main character.
Yeah, like I've heard mixed things about like people who like the film say like I'm not sure if Markiplier should have been the main character, and I'm like
He did a good job, I
I
will
haven't seen the
say.
film of course, but it's like that I find that like I'm very curious to see what I'll think ultimately. But what did you think? Did do you think he did a good performance?
I think he gave a great performance. Even as someone who's been a fan of Markiplier for like ever, um,
Yeah,
and watched many playthroughs, like I really didn't feel like I was watching Markiplier in a movie.
that's
Which
good.
like when I only realized like as we were going into it, I was like, oh, that might be a problem. I'm like, this might just feel like I'm watching like a long ass YouTube video.
Yeah,
Um,
and like I think I'll have like a benefit because I've
You
like
see
I'll
that
be real.
like
I've
people
never
don't watch
watched.
long ass YouTube videos regularly now.
Yeah, and like
well, they
that might.
do, but like not in a theater setting.
Yeah. And like, here's the thing, Cody. I have never seen a single Markiplier video. I've just like been hearing things about this film, so I'm like, I'm very curious to see how I'll like take his performance as someone who like I don't know his cadences or his like.
Yeah, and like he really does a good job. Like because like Markiplier has been memed plenty of ways, but like
Yeah,
the way he's always talked, I've always like mimicked to like my gaming friends a lot. Not so much recently, but like
in the Xbox
back
Live
in like
days.
yeah, like Xbox Live and PS4 days. Um, because like I haven't watched as many playthroughs of stuff. Like the last thing I really like sat through and watched him play was something similar to Iron Lung, Soma. Um,
Yeah, Soma.
I've seen him play like every single like FNAF thing that came out, so that's not true. I watched him play the newest FNAF game.
Yeah,
Um, I have to have like a general interest into those.
that's fair, especially like you're a busy adult now, so
Also, I think that like Markiplier is the only.
Yeah, he kind of like slowly distancing himself from that series. It's probably for the best, given Scott.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. But that was the last thing I saw him. But Soma was like a rare case where like I watched him do the playthrough because I was interested in the concept of the game, but didn't think I was ever going to be able. And after finishing his playthrough, I just wanted to play it more myself. And then it came out on PlayStation, and I did play it, and it was just fantastic.
Hell yeah. I still gotta play that, especially like that. Like I heard people have been talking about it in relation to the Digital Circus. So,
Oh yeah,
Soma.
yes.
Yeah, Soma. Yeah, like there's a thing
a
called
major
going around.
theory in the Digital Circus circles called the Soma theory.
Yeah, and it's like based on the Soma game.
Yeah, then I pretty much know exactly what that theory is.
Yeah.
The most interesting part of Soma is like the rogue pull that happens halfway through it, where like the main character like necessarily like surviving that he's leaving a copy of himself behind to just go mad and die while he gets to like be a copy moving forward.
Yep. I did read H Bomber Guy's review on the Iron Lung.
Iron Lung on Letterboxd. I love how it opens it with mentioning the UC Gundam trilogy.
But the interesting thing is the pointing out that it totally makes sense that Markiplier, a guy who spent however many hours a day in a small little room plugging away at a computer trying to figure out what an inscrutable thing wants in order to maintain a livelihood and survive, would resonate with the Iron Lung, the story about a guy in the middle of a very small room plugging away at a computer trying to find a way to survive.
Yeah.
I feel that with a lot of art, so like I get that sentiment.
But it's just interesting.
If you like practical effects, the show or the movie has you covered in that. By the way.
Yeah.
You know, for as much as indie horror turns me off, that does sound very appealing and relatable. You know, practical effects, guy plugging away at a computer. I do get that shit.
Well, I mean,
I do
here's the
vibe
thing.
with that.
I would say most horror is indie. Evil Dead was independently funded.
True.
Yeah.
So was the first Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, so I even have the modifier then.
I don't know.
Because both examples became
like bigger franchises over time, yeah.
Or like you can you can go see something like Jason X and like it doesn't have the same feel as Or like how
I know there's a conversation for later, like 2. Not tonight, that I want to have at some point where I'm like, at some point we're going to need to talk about what does indie even mean anymore, because I feel like it's being screwed. But that's not a conversation for tonight.
Well, I think it's generally short for Indiana Jones, but that's just what I
Indiana Jones, way to, more like look Indiana at Bones. He's a skeleton now. Get hype.
Whoa!
Yeah, baby.
Hey, you guys know what else is a skeleton right now?
My will to live.
Yeah, me, because I'm not eating, because I need to eat the delicious fuel that I get from your funny little answers on my funny little game. It's time for the Simeon question!
Motherfucker, I was about to say I was proud of you for taking a look at your health, you motherfucker.
It's the only game show that's not really a game show. It's just a fun little segment on a podcast. When last we played, Snowcomb barely managed to get to the forefront of the numbers and become the first to hit double digits in the point totals. But Boingo is right behind him, and Buster is only a few steps back themselves. It's anyone's game in the quest for my value prize. So let's play. Who's ready for tonight's question?
Doing this right after Cody was like passionately talking about a film he really liked feels. I don't know how to go. Just get it over with.
All right, Buster. You can now see a movie that came out before you were born in a packed house on opening night. What is it?
Kamen Zero.
Hell yeah, brother.
It's my favorite movie. I have to pick it.
See, that is like hitting right at that is the answer I would give. So I want to give you 5 points, but in the interest of not just playing favorites, I'm gonna give you 4, which puts you up to 12 points. Congratulations, you're now in double digits. Boingo, you can now see a movie that came out before you were born in a packed house on opening night. What is it?
Ooh, there's a couple good answers popping in my head. So I'm not gonna lock in one, but I'm just gonna start saying some of them.
Okay.
Going to opening night, Empire Strikes Back, and just whispering to the person right next to me, "Hey, Darth Vader is Luke's dad."
Oh, that's fucking evil.
Going to opening night, Phantom Menace, and going overboard on all the reactions to everything to make everyone else feel like, "Hey, am I not watching the movie the right way? What's that guy feeling?" Let's see. What would be something good? I think would a good one would just be like a great crowd, good movie, something I love. I don't know. Back to the Future seems like a good one. It's just getting to feel it in the moment when people are seeing it for the very first time ever.
Yeah, no expectation.
No expectations from them, but I get to see this thing I love being shown to the world. You know what I mean?
You get to go back to the past to watch a movie about time travel.
The irony is not lost on me, but yeah.
That's a solid answer. I think I'm also going to give you a 4-pointer there. So that'll put you up to 13 points. Snowcone, you can now see a movie that came out before you were born in a packed house on opening night. What is it?
Oh, it has to be before I was born.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to say... No, I don't think I was going to go with RoboCop. Because it would be... I'm not sure if I would go...
Is it RoboCop like your favorite movie?
Yeah, but like... I'm not sure if anything would be too different seeing it on opening night versus just seeing it. I think I would rather have the opportunity. Because, like, ultimately, I don't see RoboCop doing anything super crazy for the time. That wouldn't be like, oh my god, absolutely, and had a better idea. But I don't know. I think if I had to do anything, maybe it would be Willy Wonka Chocolate Factory.
Oh, the original, the Gene Wilder.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's
God,
one of my
that's a
all-time
really
favorite
fucking
movies.
good answer.
Just
you know
because
what?
it would be interesting to see
across the board, everybody gets 4 points tonight, which means Cody is still in the lead with 14 points.
If I may also just bring up another thing, just Pop Buster.
Yeah.
The unreleased, lost version of Phantom Blood.
Did it get found?
No. As a pitch for this.
Oh. I mean, that movie. I heard that movie wasn't even that good. So
Yes,
it's like,
but
I
it's
don't know.
lost media, and the fact that you get to see
True.
it.
Yeah, once, yeah.
I have no idea what that is.
Okay, so quick history. Just quick. JoJo Part 1 got adapted into a feature film in 2007. It was only shown once and never again for reasons that are still beyond our comprehension.
That's bizarre.
Their trailer footage exists. It was like, apparently a Rocky hated in the movie, so it's like just get it out of circulation. I don't know what story's true. It's just it's a weird blip in modern movie history. It's like it's kind of been like a lost media like holy grail for a bit.
Yeah.
For like people who like love that stuff.
Yeah, okay. That's fair enough. Well, anyway, speaking of movies and speaking of Japanese content, Toei put out a couple trailers this week, huh?
Oh boy, did they!
Gojuger versus Boom Boomger put out a trailer, which this is gonna be potentially the last ever Super Sentai movie, and so they went and did the thing that made me go like, ooh, unga bunga, I'm a boomer. I'll go back for my actors. They're bringing in Boken Red, Gokai Red, and Juo Eagle.
And
I'm like,
we literally both finished Bokenger recently, so it's really funny that it makes sense. They're all the anniversary ones. Bokenger's 30th, Zyuohger's 40th, Gokaiger's 35th. Makes
I
sense.
love how like also all of these guys were like super handsome for the time, like they were hired primarily for their looks, and now they just look like average dudes. Like I love
they
that
still look
that's
pretty
the aging
handsome.
for Sentai actors. No, they look bad, but they look like you'd cast them as a cashier in something now.
Yeah, I don't know.
They look like handsome elder statesmen of Japanese media.
Yeah. Honestly, like, I wasn't really, like, when I'm just hearing, like, okay, Gozuja versus Boom Boonja, I'm like, alright. I mean, I didn't really watch the Boom Boonja versus King Oger crossover. I mean, I like both of those shows, but there's nothing really that really, like, scratched my interest outside of just seeing those characters again.
Nothing that
But the thing
tickles
that
their
made
taint.
yeah, nothing, like, thematically, but this one actually, like, tickles something with the new form that they're teasing for Goju Wolf basically being an egotistic, like, how do I explain this? The new form for Goju Wolf is basically like not a weird berserker form where he's just like a complete personality shift, and that interests me. I don't know what they're doing with that, but like I because nobody has subtitled the trailer. I didn't watch the subtitle version, but they're showing some like interesting like I'll just post the image. There's like some interesting character exploration going on around there, and I'm very interested to see what's going on with this form. And I like how they're using the movie form. It's not just, oh, here's another final attack. It's like, oh, like this is a thematic point because it seems like the final battle won't use this form at all. So
Interesting.
I don't know. Again, I you know me, I like my thematic little like weird shit in Toku. So that's tickling that fancy.
But then there's oh, sorry. Did you have something else you wanted to say about it?
No. I'm also Gozuja was good this week. Very excited for the finale.
Hell yeah. But there's the bigger, even more boomerier thing that happened in Toku this week, which is Kamen Rider Agito is coming back.
The 25th anniversary movie. And here's the thing. Me and Simeon have been talking about this. We thought this was gonna be Kabuto because the logo looked more official. We look as like, or like it had the 20th
teaser that was like, we're gonna do a new big budget movie, kind of in the style of Shin Kamen Rider, and they put out all these logos for what it could be, and they were all continuations of things. And my take was like, it's not going to be any of that, because if it's in the style of Shin Kamen Rider, it's going to be another whole reimagining of something. But no, apparently we're getting a new Agito movie that canonically takes place as many years after the series as it is, and they got most of the cast back.
Yeah. Like, pretty much everyone is, like, game for this.
Except for Gills, because fuck Gills' actor.
Yeah, Gills' actor that's a whole thing. And also, they're kind of like, oh, this character is cursed. The poster is literally, the poster in major, like, is a severed head, because he's, like, an organic being. Let me go find it.
Because for those of you who don't know, there was like an ongoing meme, at least in Western Toku fandom. I don't know about actual Japanese Toku fandom, but the Gil suit was like visibly deteriorating whenever it popped up in anniversary movies and stuff for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there's a very infamous picture that I found right here.
Well, I mean, it's also like just that makes sense logistically because it was probably one of the very first suits that they tried to experiment with, like foam and certain materials early on in building new suits.
Yeah, because it's like the entire point of Agito is that you got a mechanical suit, you got an organic suit, and then you got like a more mystical suit.
But no, I'm so fucking excited for this. As somebody who recently watched Agito and fell in love with it, I'm like, I need to know what all these characters are doing so long after. I hadn't even considered it was a possibility a week ago. And now I'm like, no, I need to see what kind of insane science shit oh god, what's her fucking name is getting up to.
Yeah. Aozawa?
Azawa, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all like it's very exciting. I was like, it just also blindsided me because like again, I was expecting the Kabuto movie because like all the actors have been like tweeting about it. Maybe that will still happen in like a smaller form, but
I
no, this is
wonder
like
if
the big
that was like a hey, misdirect for us, and we'll send you a paycheck kind of a thing.
maybe. I mean, they did get like a bunch of the actors to do like little videos to like for like social media to be like, this is could be the next movie.
Well, didn't they also
Like-
announce that they were making another project from that list?
I don't think so.
They're
like,
making
maybe-
Agito, but they're also making another one.
Did they say?
I'm
They're
looking.
making another Agito.
No.
I mean, he is in there.
Yeah, because another
Oh my
Agito is
god,
also
Dr.
cast.
Kino!
Dr. Kino's he came back.
I'm going up.
Dr. Kino,
Oh!
we need you.
Buster, tell them about the horribly translated Deno jacket.
Oh yeah, let me go find it. I think it's in our chat. Okay, so one of Deno's catchphrases is "I have arrived," and they decided to translate it as a very silly thing. Let me go find it.
I used to see it translated back in like my early Toku fandom days as I've appeared.
Well, this is how they decided to translate it for these cool hoodies that like has like the English stuff on names on it.
Is it I have?
Look at this, yeah.
This is
For
official
audio
merch.
listeners, it says "I'm coming."
Oh, dude, they're selling out.
I mean, I've never really like felt a strong pull to watch Deno, but like I guess now I gotta.
Deno's fun.
And Deno's a good show. It's a good show.
I have heard.
Chosen
Den-
one.
from what I've heard, Deno is very much a like either you're kind of into it or you hate the show.
Yeah. I mean, like, it has its hardcore shooters. It was like, there's a reason they kept coming back for like year after year for a while there.
Oh yeah, it was like the biggest writer show amongst the actual target audience for a long time.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah,
was
so
mistaken. It was
to-
just like a little promo video saying like it's the 20th anniversary. Come look at some stuff on the website.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It's like, like with the
Oh,
like
for
they
Kabuto.
had like the fake out. Yeah, for Kabuto, yeah, it's just like
No, I'm not
It's
talking
just
about
like,
the fake out. I'm talking about a different thing completely.
Okay.
That's why I was new store production, new goods commemorating the 20th anniversary.
Yeah, so merchandise, yeah. So yeah, very a lot of exciting shakeups happening in Toei Toku world. Here's hoping they are good shakeups and that they work ultimately.
Hey, speaking of shakeups, let's talk about a shakeup that happened in the media landscape recently.
Oh
Did
no!
you guys hear about this? My boy Brander DeSander
Oh
sold his
yeah.
adaptation rights finally.
Yeah, I feel like he hasn't done this yet.
No, nothing of his has been adapted unless you count Wheel of Time. And even then, they didn't get to his stuff because like it got canceled after 3 seasons, I think. But he was heavily involved with that while still writing like 6 books a year because the man's a machine.
Yeah.
And this is very much going to be like that times 2 from my understanding of it because it's not just like this post here says like, oh, he'll have creative control of the projects. He gets final approval on everything at every level, and he is writing the first Mistborn movie because he's actually in a really good place to be doing that right now because he just finished writing the next 3 Mistborn books and they're in the revisement stage right now.
Dang.
Man,
Oh,
I
Rose
wish I
Machine.
had the writing acumen of Brandon or fucking Stephen King.
You and me
I
both.
think
buddy.
also it's like these people have had the privilege to like, oh, they don't have to worry about their like
At this point, yes, but at a certain way of looking at it, you also kind of got to go. Stephen King was always writing at a certain speed, even when he was a struggling artist.
In King's on-writing book, he talks about like he used to ignore coworkers on his lunch break so that he could just focus on writing.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's also just like society. It's just like the horrors make us like so like we can't really focus.
Circle back to
Yeah.
Mr. Sanderson, I can say last week I did write 400, 800, 1,200 words last week. So
Nice.
That's pretty cool. I am actually I'm a couple chapters deep into a book now. I don't want to say too much about it publicly, but I feel like I might be able to finish it by late summer if I
Like at
keep
least the
the
first
pace that I'm
draft.
having. Yeah. Um,
Yeah, I mean, like I've
but
also been like writing my little cartoon. Right now I'm just waiting. Like I have a co-writer to help me like revise stuff, and I'm just waiting for them to get to like they've been busy, so I've just been like before I move on to the next arc of like writing
hell
it.
yeah. I wanna
So
like finish my first draft before I start reaching out to people for like, hey, can you look at this and give me some feedback or like make some corrections?
yeah, that's a good yeah.
um,
I don't know, like
But
it, like I mean, I didn't even like get like a revision until I like started like halfway through season 2, like getting the scripting, and none of that's still even out yet. So I can't. It's weird to talk about that shit on Twitter, on like Bluesky and like social media, and
oh,
like this podcast,
definitely.
where I'm like, because like like nobody knows what is exactly gonna happen or what it means. It's just like yeah, I've been revising this part of the story that nobody has seen or I've hinted at yet. So I don't know, just. Well, working on creative projects is bizarre, man.
Mhm. But yeah, no. The whole like way they're doing this has me very cautiously optimistic, with an emphasis on the optimistic for a change, because with Sanderson so heavily involved and like the people who liked the Wheel of Time show really liked the Wheel of Time show from what I heard. Um, and like I'm more of a Stormlight fan than a Mistborn fan, so like I'm gonna be waiting a little while to get the stuff I'm really excited about, especially because I like Mistborn Era 2. Era 1 is kind of basic to me. But I think because he's going to be so in charge and because Apple tends to really focus on quality over quantity when it comes to their streaming content,
Yeah.
and they also have just an insane amount of money that they can put towards their content. Like this is something I didn't know until this news came out and people started doing videos talking about like breaking it down and how well it can work. Apple apparently keeps like several $billion as just cash on hand, which is not normal for a company of their size. So they can just funnel that into whatever project they need to. And like Mistborn doesn't get too crazy in the first era, but Stormlight goes incredibly hard on the scope right from the start. So I feel confident that like they have at least the budget to realize whatever Brandon wants to put on screen, which is very exciting for a show like this. I don't feel like it's going to be Game of Thrones, where generally that show looked pretty good, but then you'd get to like they try and do a big battle for a season finale, and you'd see the edges of the budget a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I'm pretty optimistic about this, and I hope it'll be good. And hey, I might finally break down and get an Apple subscription and check out stuff like Severance and Foundation and Shrinking and whatever the fuck else they've got. Because
Ted
hey, guess what?
Lasso.
Yeah, Ted Lasso. Because yeah, I know we talked about Pluribus a lot, but I watched that on a Mobiris. Thank you very much.
Yeah. I mean, I'll probably still keep watching all that stuff in Mobiritz, but yeah.
Fair enough. Oh,
Yeah, it's nice to be excited about adaptations of like cool shit. That like, yeah, I hope that turns out good, and like it gets a lot more people into your funny little offer world. So
mhm.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Does the Markiplier Iron Lung adaptation mean that that's like the most well-received video game adaptation?
no, they're Cyberpunk Edge Runners. Like, there's a lot of
Oh,
TV
right.
stuff. There's Cyberpunk Edge
I mean, we were
Runners.
talking about Fallout earlier.
Yeah, Fallout. Um,
I was
there's a
thinking
lot.
movies. Yeah, Fallout would probably be the best one in my opinion for
Yeah, like a lot of stuff we like is like adaptations of things. So
Like, there's a level of comfort that I would get playing the Fallout games by myself. Like, in an odd way, it was like you were never really alone, like walking around. Like, the whole point in the games are like, they're very lonely games. You're walking around in like the apocalypse and listening to your music and just trying to find other people who are still around. And I always found some weird comfort with the games in that way. And I really do feel the same comfort watching the show. Like, I feel the same kind of comfort of, like, I feel like I've come home to something that I love. Like, I have seen Star Wars movie doesn't capture the same two different games made by two different companies that I love deeply. And then the other Fallout game. Because I've, like, even though I own, like, twice, I think, I own Fallout 1 and 2 digitally and in hard copy.
Yeah. You own at least one of those 3 times because I found one at a fucking random.
Oh yeah,
bullshit for
I forgot. I put that in the mini nuke collection. I have a physical mini nuke that has all the games inside of it.
You own a nuclear weapon?
Yeah, it's in his pants.
Just 5G tele or cell phone.
Makes sense.
Let's start a war. Let's start a nuclear war. At the gay bar. Gay bar. Gay bar.
Every time I hear that, I always think of a Beast Wars edit because that's when I saw a Beast Wars edit with that song first. And
yeah, the first edit I saw of that song is that old Lane, Serial Experiments Lane edit.
Like,
when's the first time you heard that song, Simeon?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Don't worry about it.
Gay bar.
There's a song called. I mean, of course, there's a song called "Gay Bar." But like, I don't know this fucking song. I don't think so. Maybe if I play it, I'll like fucking that song. But I don't think so.
It was written specifically as a fuck you to the censorship post 9/11.
That's good.
That's pretty cool.
Did you see the Tekken 8 stuff, Boingo?
Yeah, fucking Bob.
Bob, the go. And I hope the balance. I hope
this is the song.
Balance
we should see if we can get the rights to put that in.
Yeah, but this is Bob from Tekken. This is his
Bob.
new design.
Look at Bob. Bob is great.
And yeah, bro can move fast.
That's just a fat Logan Paul.
No, don't do Bob that way, man. Don't do Bob that way.
New Forza Horizon set in Japan, so a lot of really good car customization coming out of it. And there's a Gundam crossover.
Wait, did it come out?
And
already?
Mountains.
No, it got announced.
Oh, it got announced. Okay,
just thinking, Horizons is the open world ones, right?
Yes, it is.
Oh, so you can just go all up and down those mountain passes.
Like, as many of the Forza games that like just exist where people like will go back to playing because they love the areas, like they're sitting on so much money with this one because like so many people are just obsessed with JDM stuff. They're putting more of an emphasis on it than they've ever done before, including like I always say Bokusatsu. It's like
Bozuzaku.
And then maybe even an actual Zaku because there's a Gundam crossover.
Yeah, everyone was talking about that.
Who's that Japanese dude that does the really cool extreme Porsches?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I could give a fuck less about a Porsche.
I understand your like that vibe, but like I always like.
You really shouldn't. It really doesn't make sense.
No, because I understand your taste in cars. I can understand why you wouldn't like Porsche. You know what I mean?
I should like Porsche because it's essentially like a Beetle but different.
Yeah, but you like the Beetle. You like the Beetle because it's the Beetle. And then going like, this is like the Beetle, but not the Beetle. It just like, it removes all the things you like about the car.
The thing I like the most about the Porsches is that you could usually very easily put their engine into the back of the Beetle.
See? Exactly.
It's not super easily, but I've seen it done.
And I mean, now they kind of share parts because they're both under Volkswagen, aren't they?
They have been for a while.
Yeah. It's VW, Porsche. Is it Rolls or Bentley? One of them is in there.
I don't know.
And something else. I'm curious.
I can definitively say I've never heard this song before, but I do understand why you fellas would like it.
Well, now we know the answer, anyways.
Like I'm always like, you ever have that feeling where it's like, okay, you're excited to do something and then you forget to do it when you're there? That's how I feel at this podcast a lot of the time. Where I'm like, all right, excited to talk, and then I forget everything I'm about to talk about. I really need to write things down more.
Oh, calm down. Live in the moment, Simon.
I know, but it's like I like to I forget what I want to live in the moment for.
Well, there is one thing I could talk about, but I gotta pee first.
Damn, you gotta
do
pee.
that.
Bro, take us with you.
A P-venture.
I do not need to hear Cody's piss on camera.
But you
on
don't
the
want to hear that
podcast.
fried chicken.
Oh, come on. That's going to get us so many clicks.
You don't want to hear that fried chicken?
I don't know, man.
You do know the joke I'm referencing, right?
I actually do not.
Pissing all by yourself, handsome?
Yeah. Pissing all by yourself? No, seriously. You're pissing so hard it sounded like you were frying chicken.
Oh. Whatever.
I think Pringus made an animation involving Shadow and Rouge the Bat with that audio.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, I think that was that like Pharaoh bit. I don't know.
No, I think it's just the thing he did.
Yeah, because I know he does like stuff with Life Pharaoh. Who, by the way, released like literally just as. Did we talk about like the new Life Pharaoh video, the Marvel Rifles one?
Yeah,
Can we
I think
talk
we
about
have.
Metal Cardbot?
Like, yeah, well, it's like we talked about it because it's like he put it out the same week we were doing the video jam, and I was like, it's like not a 2-hour epic. Like when I'm trying to work on this video in like 48 hours, it's like, not right now.
You know
It's like I watched the video; it's pretty good.
Okay, so Volkswagen owns Audi, Lamborghini, Ducati, Bentley, Beat, Skoda. Yeah, that's what they own.
I was trying to say something, whispering.
Oh,
You either couldn't hear me, or you
quiet.
chose not to.
Yeah. Is it just me or has Cody been really quiet recently? Like maybe it's just
hear me
like
right now?
No,
I can hear you. It's just like I don't know. Maybe it's my headphones because it's like some people on Discord have just been quiet, even if I crank them up. It's like
No,
I'm
Cody
also
has
being
been
extra quiet because Maddie's in bed.
Yeah, that's fair. That's
literally what I was about to say. I was like, you have been sounding extra more soft spoken lately, but I just kind of assumed that was because you didn't want to wake up Maddie, because she almost always says like, "Oh, I'm going to bed" right before we start the podcast.
That's fair. Yeah.
I'm getting some water right now.
Oh my god,
Hell
you're getting water.
Hydration.
Water.
Gotta refill those pee tanks.
The two things I was going to say is one, earlier I was trying to say that, oh dude, there's a,
Cookies.
one, the answer that I thought of and then forgot for that question earlier, Vac, was going to be, I want to see the audience reaction to Optimus Prime's death in the original animated movie.
Oh, fuck. That is a really good answer. I wish you had given that at the moment.
I'm happy with the one I picked. I don't know how it just left me, but I was trying to like do why.
Yeah, it happens. Multitasking.
But I also want to talk about that new fucking car carrier Metal Cardbot toy because that shit looks so.
Oh yeah, that's right. Let me pull it up.
Oh, and another side note: that cheetah character I've seen a lot.
Yeah, people are thirsting for the cheetah metal Cardbot. It's
I
concerning.
didn't expect that to even be happening. Like, god damn it! Like, I just opened my phone earlier this morning and I was like, oh, I know. Oh no, I do know that. Oh god.
Yeah, no. There's a metal Carbot that is a lady that turns into a car, and she has a cheetah theme to her robot mode, and they put all the kibble in her thighs. that's all it takes. I mean,
Yeah. How many people are on the thick thigh army? You know.
yeah.
That's some Chun-Li meat right there.
Yeah, that's just a Chun-Li transformer.
And it's like just it's the perfect counterpoint. I mean, how I caught wind of this was somebody was just doing the usual Transformers fan whinging about the female characters just being like a stereotypically skinny lady with all of their alt mode junk as a backpack, and somebody was like, "Hey, look at this! The Koreans figured it out."
That's always going to be how Metal Carbot is going to be talked about in Transformers fandom, isn't it?
That the Koreans figured it out?
Yeah, kinda.
I don't know.
I mean, we like RC. We do appreciate her. She is a great character, but like, there's really no comparison, is there?
Yeah.
She's classy.
That reminds me, I gotta catch up on Cyber World because I think they're doing episodes again.
Yeah, a new one dropped last week. It's
Yeah.
good.
Those toys just look so fucking cool.
Mm-hmm.
Look at all those things on that vehicle carrier. And the thing is, I know that they're huge.
Yeah. Metal Carbots are ginormous and pricey, but they seem very worth it.
That ambulance has like a transforming bat that attaches to it. It's like a.
Oh yeah, because the ambulance is a vampire. That actually looks
Because
cool.
of course it would be. That's so fucking cool.
I mean,
Metal Carbot really feels like if Transformers was willing to be more like, if they would like allow themselves to just inject more
whimsy.
new interesting ideas and whimsy, yeah.
Just be more creative in general.
Yeah.
Because like the way that they've gotten more creative recently, or like reached into like different things, is by like going back to other shit that's not G1 alongside of G1. It's like, see, look, we're paying attention to everything. It's like, wow, I've not seen this happen before since that thing. So, and then here we go.
Like, yeah, I'm excited for a new toy of Armada Sideways, but also like, give me some new guys in general. And I feel like that's kind of what they're trying to do with the 13, but it's not really hitting as hard as it should.
I think it did the same thing that like the last wave of toys did, where like you expect it to like, because like Siege and the other parts of Siege kind of did this to me, to where like the second part of it was even better and the third was even better. This, like, I expected it to follow suit, and it kind of didn't. So like with the 13 primes, like the first couple we got kind of seemed like way more thought out than like the last couple. The only thing I wouldn't count as thought out would be one of the primes being like Star whatever prime, Star Convoy.
Yeah.
Just because that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Like that.
Well, that's just their.
That's just a way to work Star Convoy back into Western lore.
Yeah. I was about to say, yeah, it's mainly just there just to be like, we want to release more Japanese primes or convoys, so it's like, just put them in the 13.
And it's part of the 13 mythology that like the 13th is like a mysterious, crazy guy that nobody really knows about. And then like, oh, we were supposed to eventually in the Align continuity do a story where we reveal that Optimus was the 13th prime reincarnated the whole fucking time, and now he's going to go Super Saiyan and save everybody. And we just never got around to it. So now that's
supposed to be like a scrap season of Prime or comic books or something?
I don't know if it was going to be Prime or if it was going to be like Robots in Disguise or if it was going to be something after that. I just know that was the plan they had.
Okay. Weird.
Dude, I really can't look at photos of these. I like have to feel
the card bot or the Transformers.
The card bots.
Yeah,
I know what Transformers are like, Buster.
Yeah, let's talk about the new Transformers that got revealed, because there has been a lot of toy news in the last couple weeks or the last week, because New York Toy Fair, the biggest toy news event of the year, is a couple weeks away, and I guess just like there's just a couple of people who just can't fucking hold their shit. So we got to see what Age of the Primes Liege Maximo and Nexus Prime are going to look like the other day. And, like, if you're a fan of the G2 comic, Liege Maximo looks very cool. He's very much in line with the artwork from that book. I I don't give a flying fuck about Leech Maximo. I just know him as the Prime who was an evil shithead. So, like,
Listen. That thing right there, that space slug with horn and a weird tongue, is one of the most interesting Transformers I've seen them do in a minute. I'm very excited for that toy. It looks like a bunch of nothing, but it's my kind of nothing.
That's fair. That's a fair Cody statement, I feel like. Like, that's the thing is, like, Leech Maximo doesn't look bad, he just doesn't look to my taste. I do think it's interesting that, like, people are theorizing because of how big and boxy it is and the fact that it has, like, a clear trigger thing that maybe his weapon is spring-loaded, which would be the first time that's been in Transformers in almost a decade. Or, like, generations, I should say. I think some of the kids' lines have done that.
It does look like it, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. But I'm not getting my hopes up. The more, like, interesting thing for me is just the fact that they really fucking face planted with Nexus Prime, because the thing with Nexus Prime is he's supposed to be the original combiner, and so they interpreted that as just don't put any effort in whatsoever. Like, it's a generic ass robot, it's a horrible fucking jet, and the torso mode, which isn't even on the box, you have to go to Mark Mahar's Instagram post to see it. It looks so fucking phoned in. It looks like they're stretching the Voyager price point beyond its limit. And, like, I hate to be that guy with, like, oh, well, things have to be confined to certain size classes, because I do like the experimentation that they do sometimes with that stuff. But man, this really should have been like a leader or a commander.
So, like, my whole thing with that, and real quick, before I get into that, to Lee's Maximo, if you look at the picture of him, that picture you posted, and you see, like, the box, the robot mode, and the vehicle mode, if you look at his forearm, there is red clear plastic in there, and it looks like it's a swivel. If you look in the box, you could see clearly that there is red clear plastic bit in there, and it's not on his other arm. And his hand looks a little bit different, but then also you go back and you look at the weapon and you see that tabs in and attaches through the top of the spaceship mode, and it's either for light piping or that is absolutely a button you press. And there is a bolt running through the middle of it, so it looks like that would be something that teeters down at the
I'm looking at like I'm just looking at like the background of like Liege Maximo and like old like the I'll look at Nexus Prime in a bit, but like this might be like actually the first like a lot of the Liege Maximo designs I've seen don't look like Transformers. Like this one looks this is like, probably the best looking one like that they've done, the Age of the Primes one, just because it actually looks like a Transformer.
Because Age of the Primes it's inspired by G2, but it's a little reined in. But G2, he wasn't like in the G2 comic, he wasn't supposed to be part of like this big Primes mythology. They didn't come up with that and grandfather him in until way later. It was just he's this insane mythology from ancient, or he's this insane monstrosity from ancient Cybertronian history that has come back to stir some shit up. And
I mean, like, but my thing is, it's not even like, okay, here, I'll put like a picture of what I mean by like bad like Legion designs. But like, it's not even that he's like, oh, it's a drained in G2. It's just that every time I've seen this guy, like, I'm looking at the Transformers wiki, and every time they've drawn this guy, like for concept art, he just looks like a generic space alien. He doesn't look like a Transformer.
Oh no! See, the first one you posted there, that's his design in IDW, where they literally just went, well, he's the god of lies and whatnot. Let's just make him MCU Loki, but a robot.
Yeah, I do not like that. He does not look like a Transformer.
People were nobody likes that design. People were genuinely worried that was what they would go with, and we're like hoping for G2.
Okay.
So, here's what I'll say about Liege Maxim. And it kind of went in like reverse from whenever I saw the mode, I saw it, and like I looked at like the little bits on his legs, and I really thought that this was going to be a smaller combiner, where like the main guy was either going to tear apart just like the other one, or there was going to be like smaller things that come out, because like he's got these little gold.
I really wish they had gone with that. Yeah.
his like chest, his arms, and his legs, and kind of like make it seem like there's going to be some sort of attachment thing going on there. The robot mode looks really cool. The vehicle mode, what the hell? I have stretched out like so much for like space mode things. Something just ain't right there.
It looks like Buster. You know that fucking condor from Zhuoger?
Yeah, that. Yeah,
It's literally just that.
It's does like I mean, I don't know. It could have
I've
been.
seen
It
those
could have been
legs
better.
before. The legs and cross.
And I like the combination like form, but it's like you kind of. I wish the single robot mode was also cool.
Yeah.
You see that, Simeon? His legs and crotch mode seem like
I don't know what you're talking about. Is that on Liege or Nexus?
That looks like a swan.
They look a little similar to not Alpha Trion, fucking Vector Prime, but not terribly so. I think those are new sculpt.
Oh, you know what this probably is? I bet this is a pre-tool to like
I guess that's possible, but I don't think so.
Oh, did you also hear the listing for Cyberworld's upcoming characters?
I did not.
All right, let me go find it.
Hmm.
I just want to make sure like it's from a reliable source. The Transformers, it's TFW, right? That tells
Yeah,
news?
TFW is the big news site.
All right, Transformers World 2005. All right, let me go find it. It should. Okay, yeah, it's like just descriptions of upcoming toys. We're getting 2 Beast Wars characters in Cyber World. We're pretty basic picks, but still.
To completely derail the conversation again, where's the best place to buy metal cardbot?
That's a good.
AliExpress.
I'm still trying to figure that out.
AliExpress if you live in the West. There is it Agabus, the company that currently owns the rights to BotCon? They are soliciting imports of it through their own site and Big Bad Toy Store, but I don't know how reliable those are gonna be just yet because none of them have come out yet.
Yeah, so it's a work in progress.
Oh, y'all want to know a little funny side tidbit about toys?
What's that?
You all know that I keep hold of my whimsy and buy silly things, and I still buy the Cars minis, the diecast ones. So they're like continuously releasing those. I just saw some very fucking funny disc. I hope this line died. Like they were talking about a gimmick toy line in the Cars franchise where like it had lights and sounds and sirens. Mater were like rescue vehicles, and they're like, "This is so stupid. I want this toy line to die." And it came off as like us talking about like maybe like a stupid little like Transformers side toy line, but like I'm like, is this what other people might see? And like we don't really say stuff like that honestly, because like we seem to appreciate like all equally like all toys. But I'm like, could this be what other people see Transformers fans as? Like, am I having like an out of body experience?
You looked in the mirror a minute too long.
Well, yeah, because
you remember that you're a genetic freak and you're not normal.
How do you look at Cars and it's like, dude, they need to stop with all this kiddie shit. Bring back that scene from Planes where the fucking World War II like, battleships are fighting. That's what I want. Where's my Sedan Hussein?
God damn it, you motherfucker. You absolute piece of shit. Look at that. You killed Simeon. He's dead now.
Oh my fucking god.
So Cody always unhinged stories of
Oingo, could you please make that the episode title?
Okay, let me fucking write it down on a goddamn post-it.
Yeah, I've actually been thinking going back and editing episode titles, like if you don't mind.
What do you mean?
I'm trying to.
Why would that matter?
I don't know. I just want to more accurately represent my favorite moment of an episode.
All right, Mr. Revisionist History.
Okay, I won't.
Sedan Hussein is now written on a post-it note in the goddamn room.
That's the most Castle Super Beast title we've made yet.
It's not even my idea. It's not even my idea.
Oh God.
I mean, I'm sure that
How did he
it
get
was
in the hole then?
Wait, is he real? No, this is Photoshop. Okay.
It's just an edit. It just edit.
I do love how that is very obviously and clearly an edit of Chick Hicks.
Chick Hicks. I mean, he is the closest with the design, I guess.
That's actually not an edit of Chick Hicks. That's just Chick Hicks's mustache, and then his mustache 2 more times for eyebrows.
Amazing.
Anyway, there's also how do I go back to Transformers after that?
You can't.
Sorry, I didn't mean to derail.
There's plenty more toy news I would like to discuss.
This is a toy thing because it's like it's probably like an early Toy Fair leak. They showed some like a new Bumblebee Cyber World toy.
Oh yeah, I heard about this. This is like a new branding they're doing for the Evergreen stuff, I think.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if it's like this is what Cyberworld Season 2 or like what this next part of the Cyberworld toy line is going to be.
I think it's going to be just like a sub gimmick, like how in later seasons of Cyberverse they had Spark armor, and I forget what it was called, but there was like some gimmick where it was like, oh, you can it was like voice activated stuff in the toys.
Yeah, probably something like that. I'm just curious if like this means the showrunners will get to do more or something. I don't know. We'll see.
But interesting thing I've kind of like brought up on the show a few different times is, hey, Todd's losing the DC license and it's going back to Mattel, and we got our first look at that this week, actually out of Nuremberg Toy Fair, because that happens for the European retailers a few weeks before New York Toy Fair, and after the image leaked, Mattel put out like an official announcement and was like, hey, this is our DC Kids line. It's just called DC Core, and it won't even say Core on the package. These are just generic DC figures that are going to be marketed towards kids. However, they are the same scale as Marvel Legends, and they do have that kind of generic evergreen style. So you could put them next to Marvel Legends if you want to. But, like, look at these things. There's no articulation in the torso, and they don't have, ankle joints. So I imagine any collector would be instantly pissed off by these things. I think they look fine. I'm not like super moved one way or the other. I think it's cool that they're going with cloth capes for a kids line. But I'm just kind of like, all right, this shows that you still know how to make toys, and you're a little better at it than you were when you last had DC figures, because like double jointed pinless knees, that's neat. But let's wait and see what the collector line looks like, and we're probably not going to have that until San Diego Comic-Con, because that's not supposed to come out until 2027.
Simeon, what are the chances that the waist joint is a ball joint? Because it kind of looks like it might be.
I don't think so. I think it's a straight cut.
Because the all-black Batman kind of looks bending. There's a little bit of a flow to the Superman. That Superman looks neat.
I don't like the Superman space, I'll say that. Like, the something about the skin tone makes him look more like Bizarro to me.
That Superman looks like the Superman from Hush.
A little bit.
Yeah, this obviously isn't like the collector-aimed thing, because, like, I mean, Mattel knows better. Mattel literally does better.
I am also interested to see what the price point on these are. Like, are we talking $10? Are we talking $15? Because if this is the kids targeted thing, it needs to be affordable for kids. Yeah. And also, just speaking of like, hey, Mattel knows better, Mattel does better. They also announced at Nuremberg Toy Fair their K-pop Demon Hunters toys.
Yeah, these are like the most affordable, because all the K-pop Demon Hunter shit has been way too expensive. Like,
it's either way too kiddie for an adult to be interested in, or it's super high-end stuff that's incredibly expensive. I literally had a friend of mine message me the other day and was like, the Hot Toys figures are how much? And I'm like, that's not even expensive for a Hot Toys, man. Look at the Mattel figures and calm down.
Yeah. I'm very glad these
I
are
want the
happening. I'll
Soda
probably
Boys.
pick these
Here's the
up.
thing.
I
I think
want
it's
the
cool
Soda
that they're happening. Like, it feels like all these companies are trying to hit on this thing was big and popular so immediately, and there's not going to be anything for them to do with anytime soon. It feels like a weird
because we're
time
not
to
getting
do it. Like,
because we're not getting the sequel until 2029 is like the
That's
projected date.
fair, but I also prefer this approach of not getting the merch until after you know the thing is a success and after you have all the reference material right there at your fingertips so you can make it as good as it would possibly be. I prefer this over Hasbro making legends of MCU characters based off of concept art.
that's true.
Yeah, well,
I
that's
agree
what
with
happened
that.
with the thing.
It's more about I like pace
want
yourself, or buddy, Sony, you better start working on an animated spin-off series that has nothing to do with the continuity. Because they're gonna run
just
out
want
of
these.
material, and then it's gonna be a gap, and then you're gonna get the next piece of media, and it's gonna just be like you have to ramp up the marketing machine again, kind of thing.
Dude, if these are successful enough, they might do the all black outfits for the demon hunters, and then the actual demon out.
Yeah,
They're doing the boy bands as demons in the 2-packs. Because that's the thing with these is they're doing single figures and they're doing 2-packs. The 2-packs are the boy band in their demon outfits and the girls in their golden outfits. But the thing that really floors me about these is like you can see just by looking at the photos, they're really well detailed. They're pretty much on point to the animation models. The articulation is pretty good for the size. But they come with a ton of accessories for like standard 6-inch figures, and they're $22 a piece for the single figures and $44 for a 2-pack. That's like $5 less than what Hasbro is charging for figures that come with way less shit.
Oh, they're
dude,
also
I
doing
didn't
Barbie
even
style
see the
figures,
full-
Buster.
I didn't see the
Yeah,
full.
these are like all the like. This is why I found on the Mattel website. Just like because Cody was asking about like different outfits for like from the movie.
You know what? I take back what I said. They can go full TMNT on this.
Yeah.
Right?
Dude, they come with different heads.
Don't
and
worry
hands.
about side material. Don't
Not
worry about
different
base.
heads, different face plates.
Yeah.
They don't do that on retail lines in the West ever. That's crazy.
No, the one with the giant hair and not visible eyes, seemingly different head.
Oh yeah, the Saja boys do have different heads. But
But
like,
just
how else
do
would you do that?
random lines where all the characters are in different fucking fashions, like how
Yeah.
TMNT were like, here's Raphael, but he's a fucking firefighter.
Yeah. I think that would probably like you would have to probably price that well. But like yeah.
God damn it!
Yeah,
Why do these have to be affordable.
Like, I didn't even love the movie that much, but these figures look so good. I do want to get the main free Demon Hunters at least.
I did love the movie that much.
Yeah, the movie's great. Yeah. I just
I'm not like, oh, the movie's bad. I'm just like it didn't light a fire under my ass the way it did most other people.
It didn't ring.
I listened to the soundtrack for like 2 weeks straight.
Yeah.
You would be the kind of man who would listen to the K-pop Demon Hunter soundtrack for 2 weeks straight.
What got me through
It was a big hit with the kiddies.
drive.
Also, we might have to wrap up soon. People might need to sleep. At least I'll have to
Tell
go.
them to fuck off.
No, people go. Okay, I'll freak off. Well,
I was about to say something. Right. I'm pretty sure it came out today. Let me double check real quick.
what came out today?
A video game.
Video game.
Oh, dude, speak that. Interesting that they're doing.
I legit do have to go soon.
No, it came out a couple days ago. Don't Stop Girly Pop is out.
Oh, that game. Yeah, I've heard good things. It's like that first-person shooter.
Yeah. But it's like super hyper pop.
Yeah. I think if Simeon sees any footage from it, he would have a headache.
Jesus Christ, you're right.
That's not even the worst fucking screenshot they have.
Oh, fuck.
There was gonna be a chance. There was like a bunch of storyboard work and like other work done for a spin-off called Metro in the Disney Cars universe about
Oh,
fucking trains, dude.
Oh my god,
What
are you telling
the
me that
fuck?
Disney was gonna make their own Thomas the Tank Engine?
Tankin' Dankin'.
Oh, this looks so.
I'm genuinely upset.
Bro, they make planes but not trains. What's going on here?
And if you buy Don't Stop Girly Pop on Steam, you can also get it as a bundle with Brazilian Drug Dealer 3. I opened the portal to hell in the favela trying to revive I need to close it.
I love how all the trains just look like exhausted workaday. The fuck they doing over there, kind of guys.
Yeah, that's
Genuinely,
great.
they need to do that and just make it Thomas the Tank Engine, but New York.
But dude, look at like the crane train and like the old school fucking Mustang.
Do
I'm gonna
that
head out
and
now.
then have like a little
Buster, plug
tiny.
your shit!
Buster, damn it, why?
You guys can keep going, but I'm gonna plug my shit. Go watch my YouTube channel. Okay, bye.
Hell yeah.
I was about to say make a tiny little car and have it be Mom Donnie.
Donnie.
They would do that, and they would actually get him in to do like a line.
Something I've never seen. We're getting to that part, and that's why Buster was trying to get.
It's not that Buster has adverse living conditions, it's that Buster can't stand our freak shit. Whoa!
Dragon car that's a car carrier carrying another dragon car.
And it comes with a little baby dragon car Hot Wheel. That's insane. It's a Russian nesting doll of dragon cars.
I just know that's the kind of thing that you would have brought and showed me when I went to your house and went like, look at this shit I had as a kid. It was my favorite toy of all time.
That would be the kind of thing. You want to see what that was?
Yes, I would love to see your favorite Hot Wheel.
Not my favorite Hot Wheel.
How y'all doing?
I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
The Hot Wheels Cyborg City Place. You might have even seen this.
Is that a fucking robot monkey?
Kinda. He eats
This
cars.
does look vaguely familiar.
It was always hard for me to interact with it because I never had battery to use on this thing. But that blue thing at the bottom is one of those foam roller launchers, so like it really wins. But you could also use his arm.
You like puppet him? Could you like puppet him?
All he did is like he had that thing that popped up. I think there was like a little left there. It also came with goo to put in the goo pit.
Of course it did.
Radioactive goo.
You gotta have some goo. You gotta have some slime.
Here's a question I have for you, Cody. Because I know the kind of man you are. This is the kind of man you are that one day you will have in a side room or a basement or your garage a miniature thing. I have to ask you, will it be a miniature Lego City? Will it be a miniature playset for Hot Wheels? Or will it be a model train environment?
So I don't have. See, that's a tough thing.
I'm not talking about right now. I'm talking about when you're like 70.
I know, but like with me already being the age that I am, and I've not really stopped liking the thing, and I'm going through this issue with trying to like. I have a lot of Hot Wheels. I don't have a lot of Hot Wheels playsets. I'd like to get them displayed in some fashion. I have a lot of Micro Machine. I have a lot of Micro Machine playsets. I would like. Let me show you. I think the answer that I'm trying to get, and I don't think it could be. I mean, maybe I could change and get into model train, or maybe, but I think I would have to have it to where it would be something about across the way. Or if I have, maybe it would be like the train particular, a good one. A good one coming out this year. I want to spend no real money on 200 plus normally. They got some cool ones.
You know what? This is part of the reason
Uh-huh.
why I want to just have like a dedicated warehouse space for us, so we don't have to choose.
Take a look at this. I owned most of these. I still have parts to some of them. This is something that I would like, and you could see what it put up on. You might have seen these, but this is Hot Wheels Atomic. This was their, like, this was after Planet Micro, but like, essentially like Hot Wheels tracks, but at the scale of Micro, and they all connected. They all had little feet all connected in the center, but they sold a big set that was That is like a full-size table you're looking at. Like that is not a necessarily.
That's cool. I like that they did shit on that scale.
Oh, it's some cool stuff. Better pictures. Because like I'd like to have that thing. I think that would scratch. I had these on my wall. I had like the atomic, or like the atomics cars. Y'all both saw them like when the door opened.
Mm-hmm.
Phil, they were behind the door, and like I had like Justice League, a bunch of other ones. They all had multiple features. There was also, I think, a Hot Wheels series of. Oh yeah, here it is. But they had some cool ones. It worked out. This is a. I still have the cars. So like, I would like to put them all up. I think that's what I want one day. I want to be able to have my cake and eat it too. I want to have like a little section where the Atomic City. I have a lot of these. These are probably some of the most pleasantly designed like micro things. I still have all of them. They're in the room right. I have the little bus station. I have that little garage. The bus station was my favorite one because it's the bus, and that was the only way.
What an incredible name!
I know.
Fat Boys.
So these cars are like the exact like dimensions of a quarter almost. Like they're the exactly. You put a quarter on top of them, and like they're a square.
Yeah.
They're just like thick.
It's like the length of a Micro Machine, but the width of a Hot Wheel.
Oh.
Yeah, that's correct. I have the police set, which is the same thing as the fire department set parts. And it had like a little like speaker thing, but like all the things connect together. Like I have this already. I have plenty of these, but they're pretty big. I don't think it could be one thing. I don't think I can make myself do. The other sad thing is, I realized this the other. If Lego never brings back, I also can no longer enter because the parts are aging.
Mm-hmm.
And going through I still have ones that are, but like for years it was always talked about like the certain Bionicle sets that had like limits just shattered. I've seen that types of Bionicles, the Matoran box guys or less. They're starting to break just from existing in the box. You can't really take them apart and build them again. There's still people who do. They go through them. The people who do those secular interest, they are 100% Bionic. I don't know. And I also don't think that Bionicle is surrounding me. Like, I want more of like a Toy Galaxy. And the joy is like getting face close to it. I don't know. I would like to get some more like Mighty Bean stuff and put them up in some way. I don't need a bunch of, but like I need.
What you're saying is we need to get the capital enough for you to start your own toy museum.
I don't think I could do that either. I might have to go to therapy with toy museum because
I might have to go to therapy.
I'd be comfortable with like letting myself go. Like it already stressed me out, like in two different, and then I still get stressed out knowing that it's in like the storage container.
Well, I mean, it just sounds like you have a deep connection with these things because it was essentially the brief moments of levity from what is essentially a childhood in poverty, and it was the brief moments of joy and uncertainty. So you have a lot of attachment to that. So of course you have a hard time letting it go.
Yeah. Which is why I probably need to go to therapy.
Yeah.
I used
Therapy
to watch
is pretty cool. I'd highly recommend it.
Armada and have to like turn it up a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, there's just little things. Good thing there's a lot of like sounds and stuff.
What about you, Simeon? Would you turn into a model train old man?
I kind of feel like model train old man is a dying breed that is being slowly replaced by toy collector adult in general.
No, hold on.
No, like I know there still are guys. I know the guys are still out there. Don't fucking come at me. Do not at me. Have you considered not adding me for once in your fucking life?
Put the gun down.
God damn it.
That's not what I'm saying. You could not fathom what I'm about to say and mention.
You can't let me finish my fucking point first?
Do it.
I think by the time we're approaching proper old age, it's going to be more of a common thing and more of a, oh yeah, that's just what grandpas do when they have extra money and not and extra time, is just having tons of action figures in a room in their house and like memorabilia from their favorite fucking Ungo Bungo show when they were a kid. I think that is going to eventually assume the place in our culture that Train Grandpa currently holds.
Now, Simeon,
So
you
what I
say
was
that.
gonna say-
May I counterpose? Autism.
Yeah. The thing that I wanted to
Boingo,
bring
you really don't
both
think
of
toy
you.
collectors are artistic?
Autistic. I mean, sometimes they're artistic. I'm a little of both.
You're all autisms.
Art, um. So the thing that I wanted to mention, I forget the scale of train. But there is a community of model train lovers, enjoyers, whatever. And they're in their 60s right now. They're aging out of it, and they're looking for people to continue the legacy, which would entail like their favorite trains pull out of their backyards, and like all of their backyards can, but they're not like the standard scale train. They're a little bit bigger, but they're not the same size that you could ride on.
Oh, I was about to say, yo, dude, if we had a compound, we would have a little rottable model train.
Well, they're trying to reach out to people to like take over and take care of their stuff. And me and Maddie watched this video of their like little community. And it was really sad too because they talked about like the wife of one of the main guys was never really big into it, passed away, and she became big into it, and like now everybody else. And maybe that's what it takes. Maybe it takes us three to decide and take over a community, train people, and bring in our new food train.
We're the new Peepaws, a new Peepaw, a new legacy.
You joke, but like with the way I talk and the way Cody talks and the way we think about things, and now we're damn near we are the kind of people that grow up into Peepaws.
Oh yeah, no.
Too much pee, but yeah.
We will be the kind of men who will have a barn full of junk, and when someone says, "Oh, I need a thing," we'll just look and go like, "I have it," and we go into the barn and we find it in 30 minutes.
Peepaw, you don't have to. We could just go get a no. I know it's here somewhere. Give me a minute.
Also, tell me.
But I truly don't know.
Tell me that Thomas Toddler to Train Grandpa isn't a pipeline.
Oh, that's the pipeline. That is the pipeline.
But it's also just like all growing up, my grandparents had like a little model train that they would put at the bottom of the Christmas tree, and that's always something I was like always like wanting, but never had the money to ever do like that. And the fact that one time I went up to see my great aunt in South Carolina. It's in South Carolina, yeah. We went into a grocery store and there was a goddamn model train that went around the perimeter of the grocery store, and that just fucking sparked my imagination. And I'm like, yo, I want to be the kind of mad lad who has that in his house.
Nice.
We could 3D print our own cyberpunk. So, like, I don't...
What? Here, may I just give a pitch to you two? And Buster, I would pitch to Buster too, but they're not here. Fundamentally, what would be amazing is find a piece of property 20 to 30 minutes away from like a good, nice, sizable city, like a Portland, you know. There's a good city with some good art, food, and all that kind of stuff. But we're a little bit out of the way. We have a nice big chunk of land. We each build our own little house for ourselves if we're alone, or our family if we have one. We have community, and behind each of our house is a little track, and we have one of those goddamn rideable model trains that we can just go ride to each other's houses on. Because it'd be fun. It'd be goofy.
Boingo.
Yes.
Boingo. You're pitching a commune.
Yes, it's almost as if I'm a communist.
And hey, like, you know, you want a semi-affordable land, not too far from a decent little city with a lot of art and stuff. You know, I mean, just come have a look over here nearby Greenville. It's a good place.
But like the other things I was thinking of, like have that big warehouse where we can build giant Lego cities and toy collections and physical media libraries so we can share with ourselves and all of our friends and the people we care about, and have a big workshop that will have all the stuff in the city as a makerspace so we can share with other people. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean,
The
Vern.
world isn't going to provide us with community. Fucking make it.
Or adopt and adapt it.
Yeah, but
that people. I'll have to find the YouTube video.
But you see what I mean. You see. You see my. Do you see my vision?
No, I see it. I smell it. Taste it. Maybe if there was going to be anything that was to change about like the stuff that I love and like what I surround myself with, changing from like but every kind of toy, but like I'd really scale it back, and then it would just be all. But it would have to be all of Lego. Like here is the Bionicle section. Here's the Galador. I got a Fabuland section.
Yeah.
It's one set, but I got it.
Fabuland does have some cool, unique parts.
I mean, they're still using a lot of the Fabuland parts. The minifigure broom is a Fabuland part.
Yeah, it's always too big. I think the early Mickey Mouse were also like an adaptation. They were bigger than minifigure. I had a minifigure, Firehouse Mickey.
That's the thing. The world gave us too many hobbies to be into, and now we have to pick and choose.
Nothing, because I gotta survive.
You guys want to know about some interesting indie toys that got announced this week?
Ooh.
Sure, always.
Well, I say indie. It's Four Horsemen, but you know they're not in retail stores, major retail stores. So we got the next two figures in the Infinite Legions line, which is just.
Ooh, post them right now, please.
Hang on. I wanna do some build up here. The whole thing with Infinite.
Cody. He wants to edge you hard.
He is.
The whole thing with Infinite Legions is it's still in the same like sort of system and scale and style as Mythic and Cosmic Legions, but it's them adapting other people's characters and properties to their style. Like, hey, you have some really cool character designs, and you probably want to make toys, but you don't have the infrastructure to do that. We like your shit. Let us make toys of your shit. Or, hey, you make these toys that are in a different style or scale than Mythic Legions is. Let us make something that you can sell to the people who normally buy our kind of stuff, and we'll make a deal based on that. So the first two ones were the Glyos figures. And this is the second drop for the line, which is based off of Joe Manganiello's Akon the Cruel, which is a fantasy storyline he came up with that just so happens to fit in very well with Mythic Legions. And it's kind of crazy because I was looking at this figure when we first saw it at Legions Con last year, and I was like, oh, that just looks like some solid reuse of stuff they've had. No, this is like 90% new sculpt.
So I'm in the middle of a mission. Can't look at them yet. But
it's a big dragon man in armor with some soft goods. And he's got like a new axe.
I've seen it already.
Yeah, because they showed it at Legions Con, but this is like the full reveal. He doesn't have like the typical Dragon Man head. It's like there's more spikes and more flair to it, and it doesn't have the opening jaw. You have to swap it for an open mouth look. The new axe it comes with is really cool. There's an entire alternate arm for when he uses his magic effect, because apparently it causes his like flesh to decay in the storyline. But it is not just Akon the Cruel. He is like a leader of like a cohort of evil sorcerers and stuff, and they've said they want to get to them all, but for starters, they're just doing Akon himself and his lead sorceress, Oksana, who again looks like just typical Legion stuff, but it is a lot of new parts and interesting first sport of line, like that little black piece in the front of the accessory pile there. That's a ponytail you can stick into the back of either of her heads, and it's a bendy wire, which is really fun in my opinion. And also just the general design of her. Like, I don't really know anything about this fiction or give a crap to, but I took a look at this and I'm like, oh, that's just like a classic fantasy sorceress character who can sub in for like 3 different Conan villains. So I have pre-ordered her actually.
Are they $80 total, like the glass ones?
No, they're different price points because Akon is like the size of one of their jumbo deluxe figures, but there is actually a significant discount if you pre-order these now. Akon would normally be $100, but if you pre-order him, he's 75. And Oksana would normally be 60, but if you pre-order her, she's 50. And it's also like you can order as many copies of them as you want because the big appeal with Legions is everything's pop and swap, so you can make your own figure designs. So if you want to order like a bunch of these for doing a bunch of custom figures, you can pre-order as many as you want and pay the same flat rate shipping. That's always been the appeal with Store Horsemen pre-orders.
So that's, I mean, I guess I don't know what I expected. Maybe I do know what I expected. I was just hoping more Glio. Because
I mean, I think they'll circle back around to that eventually.
It would be cool. Like they're definitely interesting. The two Glios figures together, it was like they did the same thing where if you pre-ordered them or backed them or whatever I had to do, like I was gonna get just one, then I got both of them. I had to reach out to the support recently. I hadn't seen any update on it. But then like
Horseman stuff takes forever to actually ship because they pre-order it so far out in advance.
Yeah, I'm seeing that. I mean, it's this year still. It's actually going to be soon. I just haven't
like there's a wave of Mythic Legions that I remember going up for pre-order in like fall of 2024 that they just last month started saying like, hey, these are on the water. They'll probably start shipping out to you guys soon. So be excited, or if you haven't fully paid for your pre-order yet, have your wallet ready.
Design stuff. I'm very excited to get my hands because I think those figures are going to be whenever I release along with Faden.
I've never had a Legions figure that I'm like, oh, this is just bad. There's some that have been a little disappointing for me, but Legions is almost always like very enjoyable 6-inch super articulated.
I gotta get myself that.
Yeah. Bulwark. But yeah. Boingo, you do know who Joe Manganiello is, right?
I was about to say he's the guy who voices all the memes, but no.
Yeah,
he's the lead singer of one. He's the lead singer of One Tree Hill.
Huh.
Yeah.
God, I mean, if there was, he's so big. 15 point. See, my thing is, I've never
really
watched them for many. Probably get like a Cosmic Legion since like that's essentially what the.
Yeah.
I wanted to back like that. I've seen in person a few times.
I've got quite a few now. Mythic Legions might be my second favorite toy line at the moment. It would really depend on the day whether it's Mythic Legions or G.I. Joe Classified series, and it's always going to be hard to beat out Transformers for number one.
Since then, this is a reference to the. Where does Mythic come from?
I'm sorry, what are you talking about?
On Big Bad Toy Store and some of the Mythic Legions.
Oh, that's just something they put on like almost every new pre-order now, because it's like anything that's coming in from overseas is going to have a. It's essentially them covering their ass and saying like, hey, if the tariffs change between when this went up for pre-order and when it ships, and we have to charge you the difference when it shows up, we fucking warned you. Don't get upset and call it a hidden fee.
I'd like to get my hand. I forgot they did like a whole bunch of He-Man across all of their.
That was part of how they hooked people in at first, was like, hey, you know us from doing He-Man, we're doing this now, come over here.
Oh no, I mean like recently for like they like send you.
I mean, that is kind of the bit, is they do a lot of homages, but they never directly acknowledge it's a homage, so they can just kind of skirt around it in the same way that like third-party Transformers companies do, where it's like, well, this is in like kind of a different style and it's a whole different mold. We're not directly using your parts and pieces, so I mean, you can't like say we're making a knockoff here.
These are phenomenal, but like.
Oh yeah. The crazy thing is, like, these aren't even the ones that like really do it for me. I do like the Horde Trooper homage. That one's kind of cool. But like just like the generic knights and wizards and stuff, I'm like, it's so refreshing to see so much effort put into that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I always pay attention to what they do, but like.
Yeah, toys are pretty cool.
Toys are cool.
I remember freaking out about their aliens.
I don't have one of the aliens yet. I've like barely dipped my toes into Cosmic Legions. And like the stuff I have bought, I bought because I was like, oh, I can fudge this into my Mythic Legion stuff as well. I do want to get some of their like crazier aliens though, like the big flat-headed dude or the generic gray. I'm like, yeah, put those in the background of some Black Series shots, or just fucking mess around with it. They're interesting designs. You don't get that kind of like crazy non-humanoid shape in super articulated action figures enough.
I wanted the.
I have. Oh yeah, that's what you're talking about. I have that guy, but I actually bought a head pack they put out for him because that body they originally made it as like a dragon man. And then they made it compatible with their wing pieces, planning to put the forearms and different heads in later. And then people were like, hey, this is really cool, but imagine if like we had a dragon head that was in these colors to do it as a four-armed dragon man. And they were like, okay, here, we'll do a head pack for you. And then that got me to go back and buy that figure because I was like, four-armed dragon man sounds amazing.
Okay, so you do have them.
Yeah. But like I said, I bought that thinking to fudge it in with Mythic Legion stuff.
I always wanted to try out there. There was a place, and we went there actually. We have to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
Shall we do?
So,
I was saying the energy's getting a little. Oh Jesus fucking Christ! Okay. Hey everybody, I'm Simeon. I make videos sometimes and I post photos pretty regularly of toys. If you like toys like fucking Grody over here, go and look at them. You can do that by looking at my link tree in the video description.
Cody.
Turd, and I'm not going to do 3.
And I'm Boingo. You can find me on a variety of places on the internet. Search for Boingo Writer, YouTube, Twitch, Bluesky, so on and so forth. But this has been Modular Components, a hangout podcast where we just fucking hang out. If you like this, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube and follow us on the podcasting platform of your choice. Check out our other podcasts, such as Breaking Case, where Buster and Wyatt will talk about a variety of things in their nerd excursions of life. And Analytical Fanboys, a monthly media cast where we go through a piece of media. Next month, we will be talking about the Twilight Zone. But till then, I hope you do good. And does anybody have any final words?
I hope you be good.
I hope you.
Yep, you know what? That's a good one. I hope you.